Hello, 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 beautiful strangers, and welcome back to another episode of You and Me and Her. When last we left off, we got a bad ending, and disappointingly, it was the same bad ending that we've already seen. Yep, but the route there was pretty different. It had some, the universe was patched, whatever that means, and there was some scenes after that, of course, in between, the bad end and I guess where the universe was patched. But, yeah, we're actually going to be heading for a good ending now, and the split off for this is this choice. And a little bit of information about, Miyuki's route. She basically has 3 routes. I think they all have the same ending. However, the route itself is pretty different between the 3 of them, kind of. I'm going to show 2 of them. The one here that is just this choice to the end. Here's this choice, there's one more choice after this, and then it's the end. That's it. There's another one where it kind of diverts a bit earlier depending on the choices you make. And I want to do that one as well, despite the ending, from what I remember, being the same. I think it sets up the Aoi's routes, the coming routes, after Miyuki's pretty well. So, despite this, the crossing, actually, I'm not sure. I have at least an episode or 2 to decide, so I'll think on it. But we will be seeing, or at least heading towards, if we don't get there, Miyuki's ending. So, let's do that. And in order to do that, we have to help her believe. I walk over and look at the bat lying on the ground. There's blood on the grip from where Aoi was holding it. Slowly, I pick it up. Shinichi? And stand in the batter's box. I assume my batting stance, and I focus my energy on everything directly in front of me. What's gotten into me? Even I'm not entirely sure. Ordinarily, I'd never make it this far. Instead, I'd find a way to get out of it. And yet, here I am. Maybe I have Aoi to thank for this. I can feel my heart pounding. I haven't felt this way in years. The pitching machine will shoot the ball, and with perfect form on par with Miyuki's, I'll send it rocketing back, directly into the home run target. I've had the same fantasy 1,000 times. The pitching machine fires the ball. So far, so good. Miyuki. My swing misses completely. I promptly collapse to the ground. Take that, anime tropes. Shinichi. Holy shit. Can't stop laughing. I have no excuse for that shameful display. I failed to hit a home run. I failed to make a miracle happen. And yet, hell, he failed to hit the damn ball. Somehow, I feel like I'm walking on cloud 9. Shinichi? Thank you, Aoi. With your help, I finally swung a bat again. Now, I can just start over. It's not too late, right? Oh, right. Sorry, but I've got somewhere to be. I'm going to see Miyuki. And this time, I'm going to tell her how I feel. Got it. As I get ready to take off, Aoi raises her hand. Shinichi, you're so cool. Hardly. No, really, you're the coolest. Till we meet again. Brand new Aoi will be waiting for you in another route. Sure. Whatever. I have no talent. I'm a gutless loser, a wimp, a nobody. I I'm no prince, I can't hit a home run, and Miyuki's totally out of my league. It's all fact, plain and simple. And yet, I think back to Aoi swinging her bat until she could hardly stand. Was she pathetic? Were her tears wasted? No. With her help, I finally found the strength to take a swing. Home run or strike, it doesn't matter. All I have to do is keep trying. I understand that now. No matter how many times I told myself to let go, no matter how many times I pretended it wasn't real, my feelings were always there right from the very start. I've always loved her. She was my everything. So what if I didn't transform into a prince for my happy ending? So what if your life doesn't work that way? I'm done lying to myself about how I feel. No matter where she is, I'll find her. I grabbed the ticket off the table. 15 minutes left until the show starts. Let's get to running. I forced my now leaden legs to carry me all the way to the school. Flinging off my shoes, I hurried to the old gymnasium where the performance is to be held. Your ticket. I'm so out of breath, I can scarcely hold a conversation with the ticket clerk. Exhausted, I stumble my way to the auditorium. Most of the seats are already full. Just 5 minutes left until the show starts. The crowd is buzzing with excitement and curiosity. Desperately, I search the room. Miyuki. Shinichi? The gym goes dead silent. All at once, everyone's eyes are on me. God, not that song. It's like I'm on stage again. I'm just a bit player compared to her, though. And I'm sure my lines will be laughed at. But this isn't an act. What's the matter? I need to tell you something. My breath still ragged, I force the words out at full volume. I love you. Huh? It's the truth. All this time, I've never been able to admit it, but I love you, Miyuki. Oh, I see. She looks like she's fighting back tears. I gasp for breath. Thank you. Her expression falters just a bit. I've always hoped you would say that. She whispers in a tiny voice only I can hear. I walk up to her and take her hand. Whoa, hold it. What's going on? The show's about to start? Fan outreach? Just like that, Miyuki switches back to her usual persona. Said he's my biggest fan. Her fan? Yeah, he said he loves my acting and wants to support me. Is that true? Of course, isn't that right? This must be a spur-of-the-moment cover story. Otherwise, my actions will just cause drama for Miyuki and the rest of the theater club. I don't want to destroy this performance, and my only option is to go along with it. It's written all over Miyuki's face. Let's talk after the show, okay? Let's go, Haru-chan. Okay. Miyuki walks off. The performance is about to start. As a would-be fan, I can only watch her go. I know I should, and yet... Wait. Miyuki stops short, her back still turned. If you go up on that stage, this play follows that script. What is it? Her persona is slipping. I had one goal in coming here. My objective was to tell her how I felt. Honestly, I ought to have planned for whatever happened after that, but I hadn't. Shinichi? I can see the pleading look in her eyes, begging me to steal her away, but it's too late. Break a leg up there. Miyuki disappears backstage without another word. Weakly, I collapse into an empty chair. I'm too exhausted to move. I was too late. Too late to change anything. I'm utterly powerless. I'm making a choice to stand my ground here. No. I'm just unable to move. And now she's going to kiss some other guy. The curtains rises to a loud applause. On stage, Miyuki suddenly starts swinging. In the silent auditorium, all that can be heard is the sound of her bat cutting through the air. Her swing is flawless. She doesn't speak, but her actions do the talking for her, grabbing the audience's attention. But this is all child's play for Miyuki. Here, in the audience, my eyes are glued to her. Her voice echoes in my ears, her words steep down to my soul. Her every move perfectly captures my attention. Every tiny gesture captivates me. And her lips. The more I watch, the more anxious I become. At this point, I can't even follow the plot. Yeah, I lost the plot a while ago. I'm kidding. I know quite well what's going on. Something about a basketball player filling in a spot, or baseball player filling in a spot on the girls' softball team. Sorry, I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about a basketball player who is a criminal. So, basketball's on the mind. Or, I guess technically the most recent one was a boxing one, but the one before that I had listened to not much longer ago was boxing. Whatever. The moment the male actor enters my line of sight, I feel queasy. I'm tempted to jump up out of my seat and make a beeline for the door. I want to disappear, but my body won't move. Then, the climactic final scene arrives. I can't take it. I just don't have it in me. I want to get out of here. I need to leave. Now. I don't want to have to watch this. I don't care if the whole audience laughs at me. My chest feels like it's going to explode. I can't take this agony. Shinichi? Then, I realize Miyuki's supposed to be performing right now. She's in the middle of her beautifully executed kiss scene. But as the true jaw close, her lips twist with the faintest hint of misery. But no one sees the slip in her flawless acting. No one but me. I don't care about the play anymore. I just care about Miyuki. I want to save her from her suffering. And to that end, I have to wreck this performance. The distance between them closes in slow motion. I need to call her name. I need to ruin this performance and save her. I jump to my feet in the middle of the audience. But just before their lips meet, the stage goes dark. It's a blackout. This is my first time being on the roof at night. Above me, countless stars sparkle in the sky. Meanwhile, the city below twinkles just as bright. It's a view I'm sure I could never get tired of. There you are. How'd you know where to find me? Please, I know how you think. No cast party? They're a little busy right now. It was one hell of an ending, that's for sure. After the power outage, the performance was cut short. I imagine there was a bit more to the story after the kiss scene, so while the main plot was resolved, the play itself ended on a somewhat unsatisfactory note. Lisa had some kind of short circuit hit the breaker. Interesting. Especially since the rest of the school seemed to be unaffected. What? Miyuki shoots me a sharp glare. Reflexively, I take a step back. I didn't do anything. I didn't say you did. You wouldn't happen to know anything about how it happened, would you? Of course not. You got out of your chair right before it happened, yes? You saw? I was watching you from the moment that the blood drained from your face. You should pay more attention to your performance. Please, I was doing just fine. To the moment of the kiss, anyway. Anyway? You swear you didn't do it? Miyuki squints at me dubiously. I have... No, never mind. I mean, admittedly, if the power hadn't gone out, it's entirely possible I would have wrecked the show myself, but all I did was stand up. Hold on. You weren't giving the signal? Interesting. I have fairly mild tinnitus, and I have over-ear headphones that I'm wearing. So I pretty much don't have very much outside noise, and I can hear what sounded like a weird sound and this, and well, I think it seems to be just my tinnitus, and possibly a computer fan, but that's neither here nor there. That's something that pretty much I learned to tune out over the years. Just any computer fan. What signal? I found this at the scene. She pulls something out of her pocket and hands it to me. A hairpin? Now that I took my headphones off to listen, I can't get comfortable again. I hate when that happens. It's the same kitty hairpin I gave to Aoi. There was a witness who claimed she saw a girl in a kitty onesie during the performance. And a drink. But she figured it was just a part of the show, so she didn't say anything. I see. No normal person would wear an eye-catching getup like that to sneak in somewhere. Emphasis on normal. Are you going to hunt her down? The club president certainly wants to. He's furious. But God only knows where she might be now. I actually ran into her before I came here. What? She showed up at the batting cages with Edu in tow. She was the one who encouraged me to come see you. I see. Her gaze is tinged with a tiny hint of sadness. How is she these days? She seemed to be doing pretty okay. There is background noise in this. And whatever. I'm glad. We left things on such an awful note. Yeah. Our friendship may be over, but I guess it's her way of showing she still supports our relationship. Miyuki's fingers curl around the melted hairpin, a gift that was once a symbol of their bond. Hey, Miyuki. Want to climb up together? Sure. I lead Miyuki up the ladder to the top of the roof. There are no words that begin to describe it. Morning or evening, the view from up here is completely, breathtakingly beautiful. But the view at night surpasses them both by far. Really does feel like we're at the center of the universe, huh? You could believe it. The earth and sky have transformed into a sea of glimmering lights. The two of us find ourselves too engrossed to notice the biting cold. Say, Miyuki, have you heard the school legend about the roof? What? There's a legend? And Miyuki's flaming cheeks give her away completely. Oh, right, that. Of course I've heard about it. I get invited up here all the time, you know. Plus, it was the reason you first confessed your feelings to me. Told you to forget that ever happened? Sorry. If two people share a kiss on the roof, their love will be eternal. Pretty sure every single person who goes to our school knows about it. Do you think it's true? I don't believe in rumors. That's just not the sort of person I am. But I guess maybe I'm willing to try. Did Aoi change your mind? Miyuki nods. She pauses for a moment, then looks directly in my eyes. Listen, Shinichi, will you help me? Make this place the center of my universe. Oh, well, it's a hell of a choice we've got there. We can nod, or we can open this menu and quit the game. That's always an option too. We'll take a drink in honor of the bond they're about to forge. It's an important moment, you know. I know it's superstition, but stuff like that means a lot to people. Doesn't matter the gender, doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter your sexual orientation. It just, stuff like that can mean something to people. It can mean a lot to people, really. So, well, and it obviously means a lot to her. So, yes. Well, I nod my head and move in close. We gaze into each other's eyes. She smiles, relieved. This is the real Miyuki, the girl behind the stage persona. And I'm the only one she shows herself to. She closes her eyes. I gently put my arms around her. Shallow breathing, flushed skin, magnetized by her charm. I kiss her. We've loved each other for so long, and we've tried to hide it all this time. But now our kiss will bind us together for eternity. My heart pounds with joy as my senses begin to fade, until all that's left is Miyuki. I feel like I'm on cloud 9, or floating in space. Isn't that basically the same? Whatever. Promise me you'll never let me go, Shinichi. And we did. We promised her. In some way. And now we get an epilogue. Yes. And you can tell because it's an epilogue. I don't think it has a name though, other than just the, what is it? Happy end, play end. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and this is a little bit of a cut-in at the end of this episode that you're seeing. It was originally about an hour long because the epilogue was much longer than I remembered it being. I thought a couple of the scenes were shorter than they were, essentially, but they were pretty long. So I cut this episode in half, so you're seeing half today, you'll see half tomorrow. I apologize about that. I even make a mention of that at the end of next video, as well as being confused as, oh, this is just under my threshold of that I was going to cut it in half. And then, no, it is, I think, an hour and 5 minutes long, and I don't want to upload an hour-long video for not a finale. It does contain the end of Miyuki's first ending, one of her endings, and I talk a bit more about what I'm thinking about doing for her route, but that's next time. And next time is, depending on where I cut this, probably early-ish, probably at about the point the epilogue is, actually, hopefully. Well, next time is that. If not, then fuck if I know, I'm dumb. But anyway, I hope to see you all next time.